Downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they're a confident bunch, and they're going to need to be. They're facing a group here that is seeking a 5th consecutive victory.
And this head coach knows all about motivational tactics. He was touting his unit all week, saying, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up, ready to go, and he believes that.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
He's across midfield to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. touchdown. Bass to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
On second down, Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Allen from the gun on third down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And finally taken down at the 15. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Complete. Smith has it. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2. I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
56. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Allen now looks to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he's got room. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for two. Allen will try to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is caught. So they come up with a two-point conversion. And that makes this a one-point game now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Murray now on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Touchdown, Bears! It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Here's Mostert. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 27-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air, Allen steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete.
That's where we are.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain there for the Bills.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw there complete to Ruggs.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen. They'll roll him out right.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
Touchdown, Bills.
Henry Ruggs
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Jackson now to return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Being chased out left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll buy some, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They hand it off to Mostert, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Allen going to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A pitch out to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
The kick by Bass is good.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Smith to return it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right, toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick. They'll throw one to the big guy, but you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Murray.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears' offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have broken the tie.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On play action, Allen. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Allen setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Check.
Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Bears 30, Bills 24.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now Allen, got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Jackson now to return.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Murray has the first down and more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now Murray off play action. Dancing to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B. Starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
Rolling to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A Mostert a first down carry, and this will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up second down.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
From the 31, Allen. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call PPR?
The receiver still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
They begin with Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Murray. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's got this down to the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. 63 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
from the 29. Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running left, it's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the option, here's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Murray. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Murray's got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. To throw is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Well, they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Allen steps away. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
One final try here for Allen. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.